Hello, beautiful people of this beautiful planet. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. This is for really high vibrational souls who are doing inner work and they have been working on releasing the narcissistic abuse pattern. And for that, of course, you need to be in relationships with narcissistic men and women who eventually make you realize it or remind you, or no, not remind you, recognize. They make you recognize that you need to heal the issues with your own parents first. You cannot flip the narrative until and unless you heal the trauma bonds with your own parents. And as I say that, so many sirens are ringing. It's like an alarm. I don't know if you can hear it, but you got to flip the narrative, or you have reached the place. As I said, it's a very high vibrational channeling and collective reading, so I'm not sure if it's for everyone. It's a niche one. Now, when you're trying to release the narcissistic relationship patterns, like if you have attracted narcissistic men and women in your life, I'm doing it in a non-gender specific way, so it could be a man or a woman watching this. If you have attracted a lot of narcissistic people in your life, why am I fumbling so much? So if you have had a series of flings, or if not a series, you could have been with a long-term thing also with the same person, but they put you through a lot of roller coaster. Like every time there's a new drama, every time there's a new story, every time there's something or the other happening. Either it is that, or you've been with multiple people. No judgment, my love, no judgment. Don't judge yourself. Don't fall into that guilt trap. This is what you chose. You chose this on this planet. You chose this experience. So don't put yourself in any more guilt, because you're not knowingly doing it, okay? You're not purposely going and having flings with other people like the narcissistic, the actual narcissist, the cold-blooded narcissist do it. So you met a couple of people and they were all like very selfish, all about them, a lot of drama, no progress, always creating some attention-seeking drama, attention-seeking plot story anyway. So you want to release that, and you realize that in order to do so, you have to forgive your own parents. You have to first heal from that, from the most primitive masculine energy and feminine energy that you know of. Because there are lots and lots of memories you have with them, with your parents, your mother and father. And sometimes you don't know who's actually creating the more trauma. You could think it's your father, but it could be your mother too. Or you could think it's your mother, but it could be your father too. In most cases, I've seen the men need to heal the divine mother energy. That's why they're in the divine masculine energy. And the women need to heal the divine father, or father energy. But you have to understand, if your mother and father have stuck with each other for so many years, and they love each other and they understand each other, and they are somehow vibrating on the same level, they could be doing the same things but in a different way. You may not realize it. You could be just focusing on one aspect, which is either the masculine or the feminine aspect. Now, my dear lovelies, this cannot happen in a day or two. It's a process. It's a process, okay? It's a step-by-step process. So if you are in the beginning stages, then let me tell you, you must be very angry right now at them. You must be like pissed off with them. Forgiveness is like nowhere in the scene, because right now you actually do need to pick up, where are all the places, what is there on the timeline, what are the situations, what are the memories, what are the thought patterns, behavior patterns that have led you to go through so much in your life, so much. Sometimes you feel you didn't even deserve it. But as you do this work, it can take a couple of years also. Yes, it can. I'm not going to give you false hopes. See, you have to walk away from the unfulfilling relationship that brings you pain. Eight of Cups energy, okay? So you're disappointed with them, you feel abandoned, and you need to withdraw. This is all happening in the beginning stages. In the middle, let's see what card pops out for the middle stages. I really like it when my cards are completely in sync. Usually they are. And that's like wow, they're completely in sync with whatever is going on. So I love that. I love that. Love that. Oh yeah. So the middle stages would be Page of Wands energy, where you're inclined to give anything and everything for your healing. And you may not have a solid plan in place. You don't know where you're headed. You don't know where you're going. But you are really excited about the healing and the possibilities because you started feeling better. With your healing, you start feeling better. So if you're here right now, then you're inspired, then you're having a lot of ideas, limitless potential, you have a free spirit energy. But at the same time, there will be days when you will be feeling very angry. How can they be so synchronized? Three of Swords. You would be really upset, like very mad. Like, why would they put you through all these difficulties and hardships? On an emotional level, you would be like upset and you would be fatigued. You'd be confused. You don't know how to forgive them. You feel like emotionally cheated. But as you are moving a bit more higher, you will go through feelings where you can flip the narrative and you can probably also notice, because see, if you're special, if you're chosen one, and I'm doing this in one channeling, one collective reading, I'm guided to do it this way for those who are in the beginning stages, so that you know that there is a lot of hope at the end. It's not like it's all going downhill. You're not moving like this, you're moving like this. So it seems to be like a circle, but it's not like a flat bread kind of circle, okay? So it's not flat lined. So at the place where you're actually healing. Now, this can also happen with memories or stages also. For example, you got 10 trauma memories and you've healed one, two, or three. You still have to do seven. But at least with those three, you feel like you're the chosen one. You're special, not in a superiority complexed way, but you're special. And you came on this planet for a mission. Those feelings come more easily and strongly. And you chose this set of parents. You chose them. And sometimes you also feel that maybe they chose a very difficult life just to serve your purpose on earth. Maybe these are really high vibrational souls. That's why they are twin flames. And they were born in a time when there were no divorces or no separations. So they stuck with each other, they stayed with each other, they made it work somehow. So you at least have one thing, that people can be with each other. So when you attract someone in your life, they're going to be with you through thick and thin. At least that one thing they give to you. I'm talking about those people's parents who somehow managed, or even in terms of co parenting, that can apply. Maybe they married someone else, but they always came together for you in a very positive way. So there you have something to look forward to. In case you don't have even those things, I would really recommend you to work on yourself. Like if you had a lot of traumatic situations, I think in some cases you can have like a lot of traumatic experience even when they remain together. So you need to work on yourself so that you understand, you can see the other side, that maybe just to serve your mission on earth, you all came in together like this soul tribe or soul cluster, and they took on to that role, which was like a very difficult role. Because see, as of now, as you heal yourself, as you do your therapy, whichever way you're doing it, individually or with someone else, at least you got some tools or modalities to work on yourself. At least you got something. For them, they don't even have that concept that they can heal, or they can use some spiritual tool or modality, or they can go for therapy. Like my mother or father, like he's no more here, but he definitely didn't know anything about therapy. He didn't even know therapy. There's something called therapy. And he passed over like almost a decade ago. So, decade back, I think therapy was not even that popular in India. So you got all these channelings, readings, people and information. You got a lot of things, got a lot of help. But they did not, and they still don't. Maybe in some cases they're still stuck in those patterns. And even if you go and tell them that, look, you can be happy, just let it go, they're not gonna understand it. The only way they can understand it is by seeing you live your authentic life. When you live in your core energy, in your core frequency, when your Merkabic field is activated and you do things that you love, despite all the challenges that you face, despite all the issues that you faced, the ones that they also give to you, despite all the lack of support, when you become this powerhouse of positivity, they're going to get inspired by you and they're going to be proud of you. The same people who would probably show you a lot of embarrassment, they did show you embarrassment in the past. People who were embarrassed by your presence, people who were not really like accepting you wholeheartedly, they would be like, okay, you know what, I was wrong, and this person is really amazing and they're doing something really nice, and they're going to be proud of you. The same people who put you in that energy that you're so annoying, what are you doing, are you crazy, you're mad, the same people will become your cheerleaders. It is possible, my dear friends. I don't say anything without practical experience. That's by the grace of God and my masters, because we must learn to practice what we preach. Otherwise, those things come to bite our ass. That also I'm saying by practical experience. So, my dear friends, whosoever I'm channeling today, you are now learning to flip the narrative. One card. So they're gonna get healed because you are gonna overcome hardships. Like you're gonna first, Eight of Cups is like there's a bit of disappointment and sadness, but with Six of Swords, we see this transition and this progress and moving forward in a positive way. For some people, it can be escaping or running away, but looking at the other cards and looking at the theme of this collective reading, I don't think it's escapism. I think it's more like you're moving out from the drama, you're moving out from the negativity, you're going away from all of this, and you're choosing to be calm and grateful, and you're choosing to heal your own self. Let me tell you, heal yourself first, everything else will follow. Everything else will come to you where you are. You don't even need to lift a finger. All right? So, don't forget to chant the solar plexus mantra, the Ram mantra. The Ram mantra is the most magical mantra in the entire cosmos, in the entire Brahmand. You do it, but you have to do it to see the magic. All right? So I'll see you in the next one. Reverse King of Pentacles fell just now, just when I was leaving. So, there's a message before I leave. But what's the message? In case you feel like you're losing your grip on things, in case you fear that you're not going to see through the end, it's all a sham, it's all stupid, it's not real, you're going to lose everything. If those frightening thoughts come to you, that you made some poor decisions, your judgment was wrong, and maybe you're going to suffer, it could be connected to money, money also, my dear friendos, then You are under illusion because we got the Four of Wands. In case you know tarot, you would probably recognize some of these cards. But you know, tarot is very interesting. There's always a different context and there's always a different situation, and it has multiple meanings for those who know how to read it. So, yes, this is your illusion. Don't get bothered by the illusion. Don't let the negative voice rule your life or your state of being, okay? Focus on what you have, the good stuff. Be positive. It's all gonna work out. Don't make it such a big deal, okay? You're here to do your healing. You're not here to just save and collect things, materialistic things. You're gonna use these materialistic things as resources. So don't let it rule your peace, okay? Focus on faith, not on fear. Because you're gonna be in the energy of joyful celebration, harmony, balance. This is your core frequency. All right. So, yeah, finally, see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram.